Hi guys, it's Sarah with Something's Pretty Special, and I wanted to come on and give you a update and the start of a project, and then hopefully the next video will be, I'm hoping I can get some footage of me actually making said project, and then I definitely will show you what it is when it's done. So, quick little update. I am on a 5-week break from school and I wanted to get back to crafting. I really miss it. It's something that I have not been able to get to for quite a while. I'm a full-time student right now and I also work full-time, and for schooling I'm going back to get my RN. So I'm at the end of finishing my prerequisites. I have 3 more quarters to go, and then I will be applying to nursing school and hopefully get into the program and be starting next fall. So it's still about a year away, but with the classes I have to take, these are the really kind of core sciences and stuff that I'm in, so it's definitely my top priority, taking up a lot of time, but I'm super excited, and in the long run I know it's going to be amazing to have my RN. It's something I wanted really to have since I was little. I've always known I wanted to be in the medical field. Of course, when you're 5, you think being a doctor I think that's what it said in my kindergarten quote or something, was being a doctor. But nursing is really something that I've grown to love. I work right now as a medical assistant, and just being able to take that next step up and have my RN and keep kind of growing and advancing in my career is something I'm super excited about. And so that's why a lot of things like crafting have taken a back seat, because I'm hyper focused on school and I want to make sure that I'm doing 110% for that. So that's my quick little update, but I did think that in this next 5 weeks I really want to get back to crafting. I miss it. I miss sharing things with you guys. I miss being on my channel. I definitely still watch YouTube. My little Saturday morning ritual is to get, my husband will bring me a coffee from my favorite coffee shop, and I just kind of sit down for a couple hours in the morning when it's quiet and cool, and I watch YouTube videos and I see what's going on and what other people are doing, and I'm so inspired and I'm so jealous that I don't have the time to do it. So this summer break I thought I would definitely maximize my 5 weeks and start working on some projects. So what you see here in front of me are the supplies. Probably not all of them, but it's kind of what I have gathered now. I am making a display project for my table. I think I've talked about it on this channel before. I enter our state fair every year in their paper crafting division for the hobby hall, and this year was no exception. I'm not quite sure how I managed to do it, but during my last 2 weeks of summer school, I managed to put together a project which I absolutely love, and I will definitely be sharing it with you when I get it back at the end of September when the fair is over. And I was able to get it done in time. I got it entered into the fair and I'm super proud of it. But one of the cool things with entering the fair, and I've actually been entering the fair for probably the last 5 or 6 years, and I think it's been the last 3 years that they've asked me. They've asked me to come and demonstrate at the hobby hall, which is super fun. And basically what it entails is I get a 2-hour time slot. I have a table in one of the sections of the building. Our hobby halls, they're long buildings like this, and they're all connected through a tunnel this way. So it's like section 1, section 2, section 3, and then there's kind of walkways through. So I will have a table there for a 2-hour chunk of time. I think I'm there about 4 times this year, and I just get to sit and craft and talk to people about what I'm making, what it takes to get into paper crafting. I talk to a lot of kids who are super excited for projects. I talk to the kids about, YouTube channels that are fun to watch, different types of projects that they can do. Sometimes the kids give me some super great ideas for projects, so it's really just fun interaction with people, and I love it. It's one of the, I think, probably my favorite thing that's come out of entering the fair is being able to sit and demonstrate and talk to people. So this year I wanted to make a little display piece for my table while I'm demonstrating that kind of coordinates with what I entered into the fair, because that's one of the questions I always get is, well, did you enter the fair and what did you make? So I thought this would be a great way to kind of tie those things together. So what I am making today is a paper cupcake. And I really wanted my cupcake to not just be a cupcake like sitting on the table. I kind of wanted to fancy it up and make it just that much more extra. So my goal is I have this glass candlestick, and I've gotten these just over the course of my antiquing and looking for different things at like Goodwill and thrift stores. So I probably have 7 or 8 of these that I got for maybe like $1 a piece at the Goodwill or whatever. And they're not fancy. I mean, there's no like crystal markings or anything. They're just, I feel like a basic glass candle holder. Like I feel like you can get these at the dollar store or something similar. So I want to use this as like my pedestal. And then I just have some 8-inch cake rounds, and I took 2 of the cake rounds and I glued them together because it gives me this really thick lip here so that I can glue lace and ribbon and trim to the side of this. So my goal is to have this cake round sitting on top of the candlestick, kind of like that, to just give it some elevation, to let the trims hang and dangle and pearls and just make it all sorts of shabby chic and wonderful. And then the paper collection that I am using is Graphic 45 because, hello, Graphic 45 is awesome. And I really love this Imagine collection that they came out with. And I don't know, I'm going to be honest, 2018, so it is a current one. I haven't been following Graphic 45 as much as I used to, so I wasn't sure if this was a newer one or older one, but this says 2018. So this is the Imagine collection, and it's kind of just some steampunk, but with beautiful flowers and hot air balloons and butterflies, just in the wonderful Graphic 45 fashion. These are the journaling and ephemera pack that I got at my local art store, and so let me open them up. I don't know if you saw them, sorry about the crinkling, how in the packaging, but I love, there's 2 of each one, but I love Graphic 45. I love their, I love their quotes. I love their, like, just the colors and the detail and the hot air balloons, and it's just wonderful. This is probably my favorite one. It says nothing happens unless first we dream, which I think is wonderful. And for me, things like this are really important and ringing true with me going back to school and kind of realizing one of my dreams. And I love this one, everything you can imagine is real. I think that's really fun. And I love just kind of the steampunk with the teapots and the clocks and the butterfly headpieces. This one says, believe with all your heart, imagine with all your mind, and create your own beautiful dream. Whoops, sorry, didn't mean to be out of frame. So I love that one. And then the last one is this one that says time for an adventure, which I love. So that's kind of, I'm not going to flip through all the papers, but those are the 4x6 journaling cards, and then they also did the same prints in 3x4. So I'm using the Graphic 45 Imagine collection, and yeah, so I'm going to make like I said, an altered, or not altered, but a paper cupcake on a display stand. And of course I'm going to pull in ribbons and lace and pearls and trim, and I will kind of, as I get this built and going, that's kind of when I pull in my other extra supplies, like fibers and things like that. So I'm sure that when you see the process, you'll see kind of what I use, and then I'll do a walkthrough at the end when it's all complete. Oh, and the other thing I use, I don't know if I showed, for the center of my cupcake and what I use to kind of give it the rounded top, I found that a styrofoam ball works. This is a 4-inch one because I want this to be a pretty significantly large cupcake. So this is kind of the inside guts, if you will, of my cupcake. I just use a styrofoam ball, and I can get these in at my local art store. They have these, I want to say, from 1 inch on up in size, and it was like, I think this was like $2. So they're pretty inexpensive, even if you just buy them, you know, one at a time for a project. So I have that, which usually I have sitting to kind of keep it from getting dinged. I kind of just nestle it in the candle holder and stick it off to the side there. So that's what I'm working on, and that's what I'm hoping to share with you. So I hope you guys stay along for the ride, and I can't wait to show you how everything comes out when it's done. Thank you guys so much for watching, and to everyone that's been a new subscriber. I know I've picked up a few in the last year, and I appreciate it. I'm actually really surprised, and I feel kind of honored that for a channel that's been lacking in content that you guys were willing to hit that subscribe button. So thank you. And hopefully for the next few weeks I can bring you guys some new projects and new ideas and share with you what I'm up to. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.